everybody and welcome back to my channel. So today I thought I would show you guys my February TBR, so basically all the books that I plan to read this coming month. I'm currently just finishing off my January book, the last book in the books that I wanted to read in January, which is The Glass Room by Anne Cleve. I'm not too sure how I feel about this book right now, but you guys will see, you will have seen my wrap up from my January, but you guys would have seen the books that I read in January and my January wrap up. But yeah, I'm trying to finish this before the end of this week because the end of this week is the end of January, so I'm hoping to finish it before that. Theoretically, there is another 2 books in this stack, but I will explain how that works in a second. So first book I have is The Great Gatsby by F. Scott Fitzgerald. I am on chapter 9, so I've got one last chapter left of this to analyse with my English course because I took an A-level in English literature and language. If you guys didn't know that, I did take an A-level in English, and this is one of the books that we are analysing for that class. Yeah, basically I have one chapter theoretically left of this, but I might end up rereading the novel as a whole as well this month because we do have mock exams coming up. Next up I have The Silent Patient by Alex Michaildes. I'm pretty sure I butcher his surname, but this book I believe is one of the top picks of 2019, and I just really wanted to give it a read. It sounded really interesting. I actually wanted to read this before seeing that it was one of the top books of 2019, so I am very interested in this book as a whole. I have a buy one get one half price sticker on it. I just took the sticker off so you can see the whole cover. This just sounds really interesting. It's about a woman who lived a seemingly perfect life around 5 years ago until she shot her husband in the head 5 times, and since she committed that crime she hasn't spoken a word. This just sounds like it's going to be so compelling, and it just sounds like it's going to be so interesting. I'm pretty sure this is classified as a thriller, so I'm very excited to give it a read. I've been really into thrillers recently. With my introduction to Stephen King, I've just been wanting to read a few more thrillers and see my thoughts and opinions on them. But yeah, I really like what I'm going to call the punchline on the front, which says only she knows what happens and only I can make her speak. Then another thriller that I have on here, I'm pretty sure this is classified as a thriller. If not, it's classified as a crime book. This is Stephen King, Full Dark, No Stars. When I hauled this, I wasn't aware that this was loads of like short stories by him. My thought process behind this is the fact that because it's short stories, I don't have a compellment to read the whole book in one go, which I'm someone who has to finish one whole book. I don't like reading 2 books at the same time. I just like to get through one because I find that if I read 2 books at the same time, I get a little bit confused as to what's going on in each different book, unless they're two completely different books. I say I don't read 2 books at the same time, but I literally have been reading The Great Gatsby alongside all of my January TBR books. I'm so excited to read this. I've been wanting to get into Stephen King's books a little bit more, and this just seems to be a less intimidating story of his. I think again it's around that 340 page mark. The next hardback that I have is The Beautiful by Renée Ahdieh. I'm pretty sure I said her surname wrong in my book haul, so I do apologise for that. But I'm so excited to read this. This is probably one of my most anticipated books for this year. I have been eyeing it, but I'm so excited to read this book. I have been wanting to pick this up. I wanted to put this in my books to read in January, but the sequel to this book, The Damned, is coming out in June, so I wanted to go as close to June as I could before I read this, but I just can't hold off. I really want to read a good vampire book. I just wanted to read a really good like fantasy book, and I've heard so many good things about this book, and I'm highly anticipating reading it, so I'm hoping that it lives up to all of my expectations. If you guys don't know, this is about a 17-year-old called Celine who was forced to flee her life in Paris and move to New Orleans, where she was quickly like taken in by all of the life in New Orleans. There's also hints at there being a forbidden love story, and this book is also set in 1872, I think. Oh, I just banged that nail on the head with that one. Then to go along with the fact that I've been feeling fantasy, I'm gonna go ahead and read this month The Cruel Prince by Holly Black. I feel like I shouldn't hold off for too long with this because I know that this was loads of people's favourite series. This is her Folk of Air series. I am super excited to read this. I've heard so many good things. I'm just so excited to read this book. I've heard so many things about this series, and like I said, I'm in a huge fantasy mood. I feel like in January I read quite a few crime books and not too many fantasy books. The one fantasy book that I did read, I was unsatisfied with the ending, so I'm so excited to give this a read. I only have the first book in the series at the moment, but my theory is if I enjoy this, I will order the other 2 off Amazon and they will come the next day and I will read the whole series this month. So these are the 5 books, or theoretically, if you add the other 2 from the Folk of Air series, then there will be 7 books in this February TBR, and hopefully I will read this whole series. But I am so excited for this TBR. I am literally, 2 of my most anticipated books are in here, and 2 other books that I'm so excited to read, and one that I've read already. But I'm just so excited for this TBR, and that is everything. I really hope you guys enjoyed, and if you did, please leave a like and subscribe to my channel if you're new around here and would like to see more videos from me, and I'll catch you guys on my next one. Bye!